Did you know that these celebrities had such a brilliant life that they even predicted their deaths while alive? Yep, here's a list of 12 celebrities who saw their life ending before it happened. Number 12, John Lennon. John Lennon changed rock and roll music forever. Nay, he straight up changed music forever. His political mission, style and lyrics transformed music and art as we knew it. Throughout his brief 40 years of life, he produced rock, pop and experimental albums, and he even changed the meaning of each genre. He was in the Beatles. John Lennon made the world a better place, and his influence is still felt to this day. So what was the prediction? Although the world was stunned to learn of John Lennon's death, Lennon may have predicted it. He recorded a song not long before he passed away called Borrowed Time, in which he sings living on borrowed time without a thought for tomorrow. What happened after he wrote the song? Even before the song was released, Lennon was shot down. Later on it was published posthumously. Following his terrible death on December 8, 1980, Lennon was cremated, but the exact locations unknown. Many who follow his theories claim that his ashes were dispersed at Strawberry Fields, a part of Central Park that was frequented by John Lennon and which was posthumously named for his famous Beatles song. Number 11, Kurt Cobain. On April 5, 1994, one of the biggest musical stars and a symbol of an entire generation tragically put an end to his own life. The suicide of Kurt Cobain had a huge impact on rock music and popular culture. As the lead singer and guitarist for Nirvana, he gained worldwide recognition thanks to the band's legendary performances and the way that they pushed the grunge genre into the mainstream. However, it was also the sly sense of humour displayed in his journals and the antics that Nirvana got up to that made him so popular. His passing was a huge event, and because Cobain had so much influence, many people from within the industry spoke about the reactions to hearing the news. It was then revealed that when he was only 14, Cobain told his classmate that one day he'd become a superstar musician, get rich and famous, and he'd take his own life, going out in a blaze of glory. Number 10, Frank Pastore. Frank Pastore was a professional baseball pitcher in Major League Baseball from 1979 to 1986. He was born in Alhambra, California. Except one season, all his other MLB seasons were spent with the Cincinnati Reds. After suffering a serious arm injury in 1984, Pastore was baptized into Christianity and later launched a Christian discussion show, in 2004 named The Frank Pastore Show. Pastore said some kind of revelation that someone striking his motorcycle on the 210 freeway might easily result in his death during the episode that aired on November 19, 2012. Number 9, Arnold Schoenberg. Arnold Schoenberg, an Austrian composer, is considered to be one of the finest musical brains of the 20th century. Despite being a genius, he was crippled by a fear of the number 13. Actually, there's a term called triskaidekaphobia, which refers to this phobia. Schoenberg learnt that the sum of the integers 7 and 6 was 13 when he turned 76. He was in terrible pain and anxiety for the rest of the year. Then, July 13th rolled along and the panic got really bad. Schoenberg passed away 15 minutes before midnight. Having spent the entire day in bed, this was a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. Number 8, Mikey Welsh. Mikey Welsh was a well-known bassist who performed with many bands like Weezer. He played bass on the self-titled Green album, however he abruptly departed the band due to serious mental health issues. After a brief comeback, he ended his career as a musician and started a new one in art. On September 26, 2011, Welsh wrote a rather creepy note. It read, "Dreamt I died in Chicago next weekend, heart attack in my sleep, need to write my will today." Less than 2 weeks later, Welsh died from a heart attack brought on by a heroin overdose when he was in Chicago. Number 7, Buddy Holly. The rock and roll pioneer was taken too quickly at the age of 22. Buddy Holly died in a plane crash. Holly was on his winter dancing party tour at the time. The night before the tour started, Holly and his wife, Maria Elena Santiago, had unsettling, creepy dreams. In his dream, Holly was sitting on an airplane and Santiago saw a fireball fall from the sky and land in a field. A little plane carrying Holly crashed into a cornfield outside Mason City, Iowa, as it was seen in the dream. Number 6, Mark Twain. This writer was amongst the most brilliant men of his day, so brilliant in fact that he was able to prophesize his death. On November 30th, 1835, Twain, the literary genius, was born just in time to see Halley's Comet. For those who may not know, every 75 years Halley's Comet comes by Earth. This is of great importance. Twain said in 1909, "I arrived with Halley's Comet in 1835. Next year it will return, and I plan to ride with it." There was no way that his prediction could have been more right. On April 21st, 1910, Twain passed away at the age of 74, one day after Halley's Comet was supposed to pass Earth. Number 5. James Dean. This ruggedly attractive actor rose to fame for both his performance and appearance. During the mid-1950s, Dean portrayed rebelliousness in popular culture and acted in iconic films such as East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause. At the same time, he started to get interested in motor racing. While filming Giant, Dean received an invitation to participate in a TV documentary in which he was invited to counsel young drivers. "Take it easy driving, the life you might save might be mine," he then ironically said. On September 30th, 1955, Dean struck Donald Trumpseed's Ford while driving a Porsche down Route 466. Turnipseed was slightly hurt, but Dean passed away right away from a fractured neck. Number 4. Pete Maravich. One of the all-time greats in basketball, Pete Maravich is best known around the country as Pistol Pete. During his 10-year career, he played for 3 teams between 1970 and 1980. "I don't want to play 10 years in the NBA and then die of a heart attack when I'm 40, Maravich stated in an interview in 1974. Regretfully, both claims finally came to pass. He did play in the NBA for 10 years, and at 40 he passed away from a heart attack. There was a sad mystery with Maravich that he didn't know. Maravich was unaware of his uncommon congenital disability. He was born without a left coronary artery. He passed away while playing pickup basketball in Pasadena on January 5, 1988. Number 3. Bob Marley. Bob Marley, one of the best musicians of the 20th century, sold over 75 million records and was instrumental in making reggae popular in the West. Marley did, however, experience many rough patches, and on December 3rd, 1976, he came dangerously close to death during an attempted assassination. Marley reportedly told his closest friends and colleagues that he didn't expect to survive past the age of 36, possibly as a result of the recent attack on his life. Number 2. Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur, one of the all-time great rappers, was an important influence in West Coast hip-hop. Along with chart-topping hits like California Love, he was praised by critics for his social-minded lyrics. Tupac once rapped, "I've been shot and murdered, can't tell you how it happened word for word," in a joint project with Richie Rich. Tupac was shot on the Vegas Strip late on September 7th, 1996, and passed away 6 days later. Number 1. Diana, Princess of Wales. We'll never forget August 31st, 1997. The car driven by Princess Diana crashed into a pillar at a high speed that evening as it was speeding through the Pont de la Mare tunnel in Paris. After roughly 4 hours, Diana passed away from her injuries despite having survived the first collision. The driver of the vehicle, whose blood alcohol content was high, was held responsible for the collision. In 2003, however, a letter that Diana herself wrote was made public. She writes in it, "My husband's planning an accident in my car, brake failure and serious head injury in order to make the path clear for him to marry Tiggy." What do you think of these predictions? Is it mere coincidence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and found it entertaining, then don't forget to hit the like and also subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss any future content.